National Electrical Code Section 300.15 addresses the grouping of conductors. Generally, conductors of the same circuit and conductors of circuits of the same system should be grouped together and enclosed in a cable, conduit, or other approved raceway. There is an exception where conductors are installed in a raceway that is accessible without disturbing the conductors and where the conductors are not subject to physical damage. National Electrical Code Section 300.3b discusses conductors of different systems. Conductors of different systems, except where required or permitted elsewhere in the code, should not occupy the same raceway, cable, box, outlet box, device, fitting, or enclosure. National Electrical Code Section 300.3c discusses different voltage circuits in the same raceway. Circuits of different voltage, including lighting circuits and power circuits, should be installed in separate raceways, cables, or enclosures, except as permitted in items 1 through 3 below. 1. In multi-wire branch circuits permitted by Part Roman 3 of Article 210. 2. In parallel equipment and in space heaters as permitted in 427.26. 3. In motor circuits as permitted in 430.28 and 430.122. National Electrical Code Section 300.3d addresses conductor enclosures. Conductors should be enclosed in a raceway to protect them from physical damage. Where conductors are installed in a raceway that is accessible without disturbing the conductors and where the conductors are not subject to physical damage, raceways are not required. Where the conductors are fished through concealed spaces and are not subject to physical damage, raceways are not required. Raceways are permitted to be installed to provide additional protection or convenience. National Electrical Code Section 300.3e discusses energized parts. 1. Where live parts of differing potential are installed adjacent to each other, they should be guarded to make them inaccessible to unqualified persons. 2. There is an exception where separation by a barrier is impracticable for parts that are protected from moisture. In accordance with 110.26, the part shall be permitted to be grouped in a single enclosure. Based on the National Electrical Code sections above, the answer is no. Branch circuit wiring from a subpole cannot be fed back through the nipple connecting it to the main panel and then fed out through another conduit originating in the main panel to the branch circuit outlet or outlets. This is because National Electrical Code Section 300.15 requires conductors of the same circuit to be grouped together and enclosed in a raceway. In this case, the branch circuit wiring from the subpole would be grouped with the conductors of other circuits in the main panel, which is not permitted. National Electrical Code Section 300.3b prohibits conductors of different systems from occupying the same raceway, cable, box, outlet box, device, fitting, or enclosure. In this case, the branch circuit wiring from the subpanel would be occupying the same conduit as the conductors of the main panel, which is not permitted. National Electrical Code Section 300.3c prohibits circuits of different voltage from being installed in the same raceway except as permitted in items 1 through 3. None of the exceptions apply in this case, so the branch circuit wiring from the subpole cannot be installed in the same conduit as the conductors of the main panel. National Electrical Code Section 300.3d requires conductors to be enclosed in a raceway to protect them from physical damage. In this case, the branch circuit wiring from the subpanel would not be protected from physical damage if it were fed back through the nipple connecting the subpole to the main panel. And finally, National Electrical Code Section 300.3e requires live parts of differing potential to be guarded to make them inaccessible to unqualified persons. In this case, the branch circuit wiring from the subpole would not be guarded if it were fed back through the nipple connecting the subpole to the main panel.